Hello everyone. Welcome to Bengali Education channel, and there is a today's current affair today Indian Express analysis. So this is the date is 25 June 25 June 2025. So this is the mostly today's newspaper, and this newspaper mostly the today's newspaper most of the topic covered like a Indian emergency. Indian emergency is a 50-year celebration. Like 1975, it was applied, and then in 2025 there is a total 50 years. So there the entire newspaper mostly cover like a emergency. Okay, so if you see that like Ajay Khanna that time Supreme Court judge, and if you take like explain series also take the Indian emergency. So entire newspaper mostly cover the emergency. So like we see the when we remember 1975 democracy early warning system. So most of the newspaper cover like emergency. So we'll learn that what is emergency and how it is applied. So begin. Okay, and so the students newspaper analysis mostly June 25. So if you cover the entire newspaper through page by page, so that is a lot of time taking process. It will take almost 2 to 3 hours. So it is impossible to you to give this such amount of time to give this newspaper. That is very, so you can easily go through this video, and just 10 to 12 minutes you can revise entire newspaper in just very less time. And another time you can give to revise your book or static topic, so it can be very helpful to that. Okay, so that is the today's newspaper June 25. If we see that the today's newspaper first tell that the axiom formation we have already discussed in the previous video. Okay, already discussed. There is a June 5 and June 10 we have already discussed in the axiom formation detailing. Okay, if we, and the first like call after delay axiom 4 with Indian Sugla set to launch today. There is the axiom formation. So axiom formation in June 5 to June 5 to 25, every day 2 to 3 days after some time the axiom 4 continually came in news. So axiom 4 also very important. And second is called the article 21. So that's why this is important, because the entire newspaper mostly cover the Indian emergency, how it is applied and what happened that time. So that is mostly that. So SEO is the one of the important organization in today's newspaper. So we'll learn the SEO. Okay, so the first thing is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. The first in 1996 it is called that Shanghai 5, and after in after few years it is founded 2021, and the founding member is called the Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and China. These are, and Russia. There is a mostly Central Asian, 4 countries of the Central Asia. We know that there is a 5 countries in Central Asia. What is that? Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and only one country left, like Turkmenistan. Turkmenistan is not in there. Okay, Turkmenistan is not in there. So in SEO member there is only 4 countries in Central Asia are there, and another 2 countries called the China and Russia. And 2016 India and Pakistan also added, and 2024 Belarus also added. So present there is a 10 member. What is the 10 member? Present C4, or there is a 4 country from Central Asia: China, Russia, India, Pakistan, Iran, and one member 2024 added, that is called Belarus. There is a mostly 10 countries are exist in Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Okay, and these organizations mostly cooperate on the basis of terrorism, economic affairs, political affairs, and regional stability. These are the main goal of this organization. Anti-terrorism. These are the one of the important goal is called the anti-terrorism. Okay. And second, India and South Africa signed pact on submarine cooperation. Okay, that is one of the pact. And then we'll discuss like emergency. So 50 years emergency. Discuss emergency first start in June 25, 1975, and mostly 21 months. Okay, and it was finished in March 21, 1977. So that time lot of things was happened that time. Okay, the first is called the emergency is the first goal of the emergency. Indian polity is a dual system like federal and unitary. That time in emergency situation it will become federal, not unit. It will become unitary, not federal. Okay, federal. It will transform from federal to unitary, and all the opposition party imprisoned. 42nd Amendment, one of the important amendment is called 42nd Amendment Act. It was came that time 1976. 44th Amendment Act 1978, that is mainly replaced the word internal disturbance with armed rebellion. It is also came that time. Okay, so national emergency and emergency declare after emergency declare, there is a three important article in related to emergency that you must be remember that to it is also relevant for the exam oriented. Okay, like the first important article is 352, that is mostly emergency declared by the president on the aid on advice of the council of ministers, COM, and COM give advice to the president and president declare that emergency. And one of the important article is called the 350 article 358, limitation of article 19. After emergency imposed, the article 19 is not applied to anyone, that is this right also cross checked like limited. And article 359 other some important right also limited through this article. Okay, and there is a two article that is not suspended during any circumstances of the emergency, that is called article 20 and 21. So these are the very very important. It can be asked in any exam, just which of the two articles are not suspended during emergency. That is mostly article 20 and 21. These are the two important articles that is not suspended during emergency. And that emergency is a very dark time. That time article 21, one of the important article. Okay, so that is not suspended. That is mostly said the right to life and personal liberty. Okay, and there is the 50-year emergency and 1975, that is called the dark time of the emergency. Okay, and in the previous day like 24 June we have already discussed NATO, but in today's newspaper NATO came. Alright, okay, so NATO is called the NATO summit in Netherlands. NATO summit mostly held in Netherlands this year 2025, and there is a present 32 member. Netherlands there is a present 32 member. 32nd member is the recent member is called the Sweden, and 1949 it was established through Washington Treaty, and the headquarter of the NATO is called the Belgium. Okay, and second and the last is called the India to conducted first ever household income survey. It was conducted by MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. So this is the mostly entire newspaper summary, and it was not covered some point of time like that. So most of the newspaper are not relevant, most of the content in the newspaper are not relevant, and but it is also very relevant for you because it will be very short form and short form notes, and also it was value added through multiple resources like government website and some educational website also. Will I'm collect information from this website and so evaluate and put these notes. Okay, and second I'll give summary like called the first page fragile truths, West Asia, Iran and Israel take strike. Okay, and second emergency, and justice Ajar Khanna. That time in the emergency situation, Ajar Khanna, one of the important judge in that time Supreme Court. It should be the Chief Justice of India, but that time Prime Minister are not recruited to the Chief Justice of India, and he was suppressed by another judge. And second SCO summit Rajnath Singh, and second India South Africa submarine cooperation, one of the important news. And second emergency, this is the entire article. We will discuss some important article like we'll already discuss that like 35 358 352. Okay, these are the important article. 352, these are the important articles, so we'll already discuss that. And this is also editorial like that, and Moscow back Israel Iran truce, hope ceasefire is sustainable. Russia attack killed 24 in Ukraine Zelensky. So these are the news are not relevant for the. So these are the some important news, but these news are not relevant for this exam oriented. Okay, amid US commentary, FMC Finance Minister say India not tariff king, rates have been reduced. So these news are not exam oriented. Okay, these is not exam oriented, but NATO summit in Netherlands will cover that. So these some important news also relevant for exam perspective, but and some important news are not relevant for exam perspective. So you must be identify the relevant news that is very important for exam, not and some most of the content in the newspaper are not relevant for this exam. So the mission of this class is to collect the important information from this newspaper and another government website and give to that in very relevant point through very relevant point. Okay, so okay, welcome. If you like this lecture, then please like, subscribe and share this video.